So welcome if you're watching this live. If you're not watching this live, so excited that you're still able to see this. My name is Pooja and I'm really pleased to be doing this on behalf of Sun and Moon Yoga. We've been doing a whole series of videos. So today's focus is going to be on melting your heart, both on the emotional and the physical way. So we're going to be focused physically on this part of the body, the chest, the shoulders, which I know people often complain tend to be tense and tight, as well as the back of your heart, your thoracic spine, your middle back. Emotionally, during any time, but especially during times that are hard, sometimes I've noticed, at least the response to myself, is to get guarded and to want to protect myself and want to come into myself. And usually those are the moments in time when I need to be most vulnerable and most allow myself just to be open to others, to the little miracles that are happening around me every single day. So we're going to physically work on the body, and hopefully this is going to translate into some emotional release as well. And the way I'm going to do this class is going to be a bit of a yin-yang. So we'll do some more active poses, and then we will go into some more yin-like poses. So again, if you have blocks, those can be helpful. If not, you can also grab a towel roll, any sort of props. That'd be great. All right, so just start by coming to a comfortable seat. And start to notice what's going on, where your thoughts are going, whether they're focusing on thoughts of earlier or what's to come after this class, something that happened yesterday, something that's happening tomorrow. And if you can bring those thoughts, if you can notice each one, and then allow it to simply keep on moving, keep on going, and that you can always come back to it later. Start to notice what's going on with your physical body, all the way from your head to your toes. Pay particular attention to that area around your heart, that area around your ribs, your chest, upper and middle back, shoulders. And then notice your breath. Feeling the flow of air in through your nostrils, into your belly, chest. Exhale through your chest, ribs, and belly. Inhale, feel the belly, ribs, chest fill up with air. Exhale, feel the chest, ribs, belly contract. Inhale all the way from the bottom up to the top. Exhale from the top to the bottom. And find your own rhythm, your own pace. Pace that works for you in this moment, on this day. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes and come all the way up to stand. Put a little bend in your knees and then reach your arms out wide as if you're going to give yourself the biggest hug in the world, and go ahead and give yourself a hug. And then switch the cross of your arms, opposite arm on top, opposite arm on bottom. Now if this feels okay, speed it up a little bit so it becomes more of a dynamic, energetic stretch. And you may feel this all through the fronts of your shoulders, the backs of your shoulders, front of your chest, Depends where you carry tension. Anywhere in that area is perfectly fine. Pause with your arms in the center, and now let's try some monkey swings. One arm be up over your head, one arm in front of you. And we're just getting into the shoulders, loosening up a little bit, some dynamic stretching, before we get into our longer holds. Bring your arms by your sides, and I'm going to turn sideways for this. It's going to look like I'm slouching. The muscles you're going to engage are the ones in your lower abdominal muscles. So you're going to pull your belly button up and back, lift your knees so that your quads are engaged, and then relax the back side of your body. Allow your head to droop towards your chest. And then keep on going, stopping either at the knees, halfway down, the calves. The intention is not to go all the way down to the ground, but to keep the back rounded and then slowly roll back up. And you may feel this all along the back side of your body. Let's try that again. Engaging the core muscles, allow the stretch to go all the way from the bottom of your feet to the back of your head. 3 more times, just moving with your own breath at your own pace. Rolling down 1 vertebra at a time, rolling up 1 vertebra at a time. Again, the intention is not to touch the ground. Simply notice when the sit bones start to lift, when the back starts to flatten. And at that spot, come all the way up to stand. Last time. And then bring your feet a little wider than hip width apart. Interlace your hands, reach them up above your head. I'm aware I may be cutting off slightly, but that's okay. And now move all the way over towards your right. Bring your arms to center and reach back up. Repeat that 1 more time. And now pause and switch to the other side 3 times the other way. Feeling your vertebrae, feeling your spine, the sides of your body, all the way up to stand. And release your hands. If you have a block, feel free to grab it here, or just use your hand. You're going to turn your hand to face the mat in front of you. I'm going to do this with a block, and reach your arm all the way up towards the sky at the top. Rotate your arm and bring it down by your side. Once again, reaching up here. My hips are going to want to twist as much as possible. Keep your hips facing forward. We're going to move at this pace. And go for 10 rotations on each side. And if you're moving at a slower or a faster pace, feel free to take more or fewer rotations. Making sure that each one is nice and controlled. And if you're feeling a little bit of crunching or cracking in the shoulder, that's fine as long as you're not feeling any pain. And switch arms, transfer the block, ball, whatever your prop is, to your other hand. Reach all the way up at the top, rotate your shoulder, turn your hand to face in front of you. Now for some of you, especially if you've had a shoulder injury, this may be a wider arc. That's fine as well. Move within your own range of motion. Last one. Set your prop back down. And once again, put a little bend in your knees. And back to our huggers. Giving yourself a hug, crossing your arms the alternate way. And pause, give yourself a hug. Even close your eyes. Notice how nice it is to give yourself a hug. And switch the cross of your arms. So I read that your body can't distinguish between who's giving you a hug. So giving yourself a hug is just as powerful as a parent or a friend or a lover giving you a hug. And then bring your arms by your sides. And toss one hand above your head, the other arm in front of you. Arms by your sides. Plant your feet hip width apart. And now lift your navel up and back. Lift your kneecaps up. Feel tightening, feel engagement in your quads, in your abdominal muscles. Now start to droop your head towards your chest. Continue falling, keep your back rounded. You may notice you go down a little further this time and all the way up, moving at your own pace. And try 3 or so more. This will help release not only your thoracic spine, but your hamstrings and calves as well. Which you know is often a complaint from my yoga students about tight hamstrings. Now interlace your hands, reach them up above your head. You can walk your feet a little wider out, as wide as your shoulders. Arc over towards the right, come all the way up to stand. In reverse directions. Whoop, lost my balance on that one. And come all the way up to stand once again. Grab your block, grab your prop. Now we're going to repeat rotations on this side. And hopefully that crunchiness, slightly less crunchy. The Rice Krispies are starting to get absorbed in the milk and there's a little less snap, crackle, pop. Try a couple more on this side and then we'll switch arms. Turn your prop into your other hand, reaching, hand facing forward, rotates up at the top as much as possible. Try and keep your hips facing forward. They will rotate slightly, unless you do this on the ground. Or have someone hold your hips for you. And now put that prop down. A little bend in your knees. Interlace your hands behind your back and bring your elbows wide. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, turn your gaze towards your navel. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round down. A few more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale, spread your elbows wide. Notice that stretch in between your shoulder blades. Exhale, round down. Inhale to a neutral spine. Cross your arms across your chest. And now exhale. Lean over towards the right, back to center. Exhale to your left, side bending, inhale to center. Exhale, back to the right, inhale up. Exhale to your left, inhale up. Exhale, twist to your right, back to center. Exhale, other way. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale to center. And twist the other way. Switch the cross of your arms. And once again, we're going to add on to this. So we're going to do a side bend followed by a twist. Side bend to your right, twist. Back to the side, up to center. Other way. Bend to the side, rotate to the side, back to center. Bend to your left, rotate to your left, back to center. Couple more times. Stretching and moving the thoracic spine. This is the area that often gets locked up from sitting in a chair, sitting in a desk, bending over a computer or a smartphone. And we all do it, even yoga teachers. Try it one more time to each side. Back to center. Make your way onto your yoga mat, all fours. Place your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, round down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, down. Inhale to a neutral spine. Push the hands forward, the knees back. They'll stay in place, but the sensation will be that of pulling the mat apart between your legs. Now bring this movement back. Maybe a slightly smaller movement in your upper back. I'm going to just notice the sensation. Inhale to center. Keep your elbows where they are. Keep your shoulders where they are. But allow your chest to rotate through one way, the other way. I'll turn to face you. Arms stay where they are. The chest rotates through. Keep the hips where they are as well. We're looking for a little bit of movement. Looking to find some sort of dance in your upper chest, upper back. And now pause and reach your left hand over towards the right and then pull it back towards you. Reach your right hand over towards the left as far as you can and then pull it back towards you. From the side, same motion. Reach your left hand across your body, pull it back towards you. And this all through the shoulder blades. And other way. One more time to each side. And now bring your knees as wide as your mat and sink your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose. We're moving into the yin portion of this class now. So if you'd like something to rest under your head, feel free to take a block. You can pop it under your forehead. Or let your head hang heavy. And yin is the opposite of yang yoga. So instead of being active, it uses holds of a couple of minutes and gravity to allow our bodies to lengthen, to allow the fascia to soften, and uses gravity instead of active force to make our bodies more flexible. As you stay in this position, you may want to come back to the breath we started class with. Noticing the air flow in through your nostrils, filling up your belly, ribs, and chest with air, or any of those parts of your lungs. And then exhaling through your nostrils or with a sigh out through your mouth. And then slowly make your way down onto your belly. Place your elbows under your shoulders. And lift your chest. In a more active yoga class, I would ask you to keep your chest lifted. But since you'll be here for a few moments, your head starts to droop, allow it to do so. And if you feel like you need a little bit of support for your head, grab a block, grab a cushion, and place it under your forehead. The elbows are right under your shoulders. And the architecture of your bones, the architecture of your body provides enough of a gentle back bend, enough of a gentle heart opening. So focus here on the back of your heart, the back of your ribs, your middle back. And I find that the toughest part of yin yoga isn't the holds, but my mind and all the thoughts it wants to run and follow. And every time you find yourself running away with a thought, see if you can come back to your breath. Or simply notice the sensations all through your body. Noticing the backs of your legs, your lower back, upper back, shoulders, forearms, head. If you're starting to fatigue, stay here or release all the way to the earth. If you'd like slightly more intensity, extend your arms in front of you, then lift your chest. Coming into a slightly more active chest opener. You can always bring your hands even wider. Take another 3 to 5 breaths here. And then release all the way to the earth. Make a pillow with your hands. Draw your hands under your shoulders. Inhale up to all fours. If you have 2 blocks or 2 books, grab them now. We're going to come into the ultimate heart opening pose. It's called Anahatasana, sometimes called puppy pose. It refers to Anahata, which is our heart chakra. And we're going to do a slightly more active version of this before going into a more yin-like version of this. So for a more active version, watch for a moment. In general, when people do this, they tend to allow their lower backs to melt and the chest or forehead to move towards the ground, which is a beautiful stretch for the lower back, but removes all the stretch from the thoracic spine and the shoulders.